back with anxiety news. Anxiety news. News about anxiety with your host, Christopher Chaos. This week, our anxiety news comes from psypost.org. That's PSY Post. And the headline, emotional dysregulation plays a significant role in the link between anxiety and autism severity in women. New research suggests that there is a link between anxiety symptoms and autism severity. The study also provides evidence that emotion regulation ability plays an important role for women with autism. The findings appear in the journal Autism Research. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, has been linked to an increased likelihood of anxiety, a feeling that can range from mild uneasiness to intense fear and panic. Research has further revealed that emotion regulation is related to the levels of anxiety experienced by those with ASD. Moreover, some studies have suggested that women on the autistic spectrum may experience higher rates of anxiety compared to men with autism. But most research on autism is conducted with predominantly male samples. The authors behind the new research sought to better understand anxiety symptoms among women with intellectual disabilities and autism. Quote, the presence of anxious symptoms in the population with ASD is much higher than that found in the general population. Therefore, it is important to study these symptoms and try to understand them, end quote, explains study author Gema Saiz Suarez. And it has her Instagram handle, I guess, or Twitter. It says @GEMA_SS. Putting those SS's together is not a good look. A professor at the Universidad Autónoma de Madrid, Spain. Variables such as gender have traditionally been associated with the occurrence of more anxiety. However, their role in people with ASD has not been investigated. Recall that gender plays an important role in autism. Oh, interesting. So that means men and women are different when it comes to certain things. I'm just being an asshole. The study included 81 male and 40 female participants with a diagnosis of ASD and intellectual disability. The participants ranged in age from 18 to 62 and were recruited from healthcare facilities in Madrid and Galicia. The researchers found that the greater anxiety symptomatology was positively correlated with emotional dysregulation. In other words, hopefully it's in layman terms this time, those who struggle to manage their emotions and adapt their environmental response to their current context were more likely to exhibit symptoms of anxiety. This seems kind of obvious. These findings suggest that people with ASD are generally vulnerable to internalized psychopathologies, given that they use a greater number of non-adaptive strategies to regulate their emotions, the researcher wrote. I feel like I'm kind of grasping it, but it's kind of like just dissipating. Saiz Suarez, or SS as she likes to be called, and her colleagues also found that emotional dysregulation strengthened the relationship between autism and anxiety symptoms among female, but says, but not male participants. Sorry. It would be interesting for us to be aware that the emotional regulation problems that people with autism have put them at risk of suffering more anxious symptoms than the population without autism. Moreover, this does not affect men and women in the same way, Saiz Suarez told SciPost. However, she added that many issues remain to be resolved. Anxiety and autism is not well understood. We need diagnostic criteria and effective treatments for this group. The study, Does Gender Matter? Anxiety symptoms and emotion dysregulation in adults with autism and intellectual disabilities, was authored by Gema P. Saiz Suarez, Domingo Garcia, Villamizar and Araceli del Pozo Armentia. So the study's called Does the Gender Matter? Anxiety symptoms and emotion dysregulation in adults with autism and intellectual disabilities. So not only in strength and physicality are the two genders different, but so are they scientifically in autism.